All right. Hi, everybody, for joining me today. Today, I'm joined by Phil from the WISE National Safeguarding Unit. This is the area that helps WISE across Australia with our safeguarding children and young people, or as you know it, SKIP. Jack's here from Camp Manyang, and Kurjan, our Youth Parliament Project Director, and Min, our HR business partner in the People and Culture team. Before we get started, I would like to acknowledge that I am on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. These people's culture, heritage, beliefs, and relationship with the land, sea, and skies is something we can all learn from and is important to us all. Last week, I said we would give regular updates on the People and Systems Integration Project. Today's update is on the RiTEQ mobile shortcut. So this is a mobile device shortcut that has been created so that you can clock in and out on your mobile phone wherever you are, including working remotely. The project has discovered that nearly 1,000 manual timesheets are being processed every fortnight by our payroll team to process your pay. This practice is creating, as you can imagine, a huge amount of manual work and rework that is entirely unnecessary if you clock on and off RiTEQ. So I'm asking everybody to always clock on and off RiTEQ when you're working. RiTEQ is our source of truth, and if used correctly, it will ensure people are paid properly for the hours you work the first time, without manual processing and without any rework. Last week, I spoke to managers about the importance of using RiTEQ and assured them, as I'm assuring you now, that you will receive proper training if you haven't already on how to use it. I know many of you are not currently working, so it might feel like a strange time to be learning this, but please take note, as this will be important for when you do return to work or to record the hours worked while you're working remotely at the moment. On the screen, I'm just about to play a video that demonstrates how to log in, how to save the shortcut onto your phone, which may as well get done straight away, similar to an app to simplify the clock-in process.
Hello, and today we're going to show you how to access RiTEQ on your phone so you can clock in and out. To do this, you'll need to go to your mobile browser and enter this URL. Then we're going to add it to your home screen. You can now see us doing this on the iOS device. And now on the Android device. Once the web app has been added to your home screen as an app icon, you can now launch the app and log in to clock in and out whenever you need to. When accessing the RiTEQ app from your phone, the login details are the same as your YMCA YNET username and password.
Yeah, as you can see, really easy. And you might have also noticed that there's other functionality in this mobile shortcut. So into the future, we're going to turn this functionality on so that you can do more things on this mobile shortcut, like swap shifts, submit leave, and remove all the manual processes we currently have in place, like using things like Facebook to do things like swapping shifts. So since last week's meeting with the managers, we've already seen a huge 20% increase in the correct use of RiTEQ. So it's absolutely fantastic. And I've got to thank everybody for being early adopters. And now for those of you who are thinking, as you watch that video, what if I don't know my login and password? Well, this week, the IT team have released a self-service portal that allows you to reset your network password without having to call the help desk. You can still, of course, call the help desk, but we would encourage you to go to this portal. So to be able to use this, you need to register first at selfservice.ymca.org.au, and I will include this link in my follow-up email to all of you. Next up, Phil is going to talk to you about safeguarding children and young people. I do have to warn you, his content does have references to child sexual abuse. So if this does cause you any distress, please reach out to EAP for support. Over to you, Phil.
Thanks, Carolyn. Hi,
Hello.
everybody.
Today we're going to show you.
Carolyn said, my name is Phil, and I'm the National Executive for Safeguarding Children and Young People at the WISE National Office, which is based in Essendon. My role is to lead the safeguarding work of the YMCA movement. In 2019, the National Safeguarding Unit, as you can see here, was established to support member Y associations, like Y Victoria, to embed the highest possible standards of safeguarding. The National Safeguarding Unit has 4 really experienced safeguarding professionals which are here to help you, as Y people, keep children and young people safe at all times. The ultimate aim of the Safeguarding Unit is to empower all children and young people to feel safe and to be safe. If we enable all children and young people to feel and be safe, we can ultimately achieve our mission of inspiring young people. Back in 2013, a lot of you may be aware that there was a Royal Commission into institutionalised child sexual abuse. The Royal Commission found that on average it takes a survivor of abuse 23.9 years to disclose. For us at the Y, we believe this is truly unacceptable, and we really want to create a change. So to facilitate this change, we created the WISE Stay Safe, Tell Someone program, which I'm just going to talk to you about a little bit more. In February 2019, we engaged Delroy Consulting to seek the views of children and young people about their safety within the Y programs and how we communicated messages about their safety within our programs. We heard from a staggering 517 children and young people across 5 states and territories, all the way from the ages of 3 up to 18 years old. We also ensured that we spoke to diverse children and young people, including our Indigenous communities and those from LGBTIQ+ backgrounds, as well as many other children and young people from minority groups. From this research, children and young people have told us 2 really key messages. The first one is that the best way for children and young people to learn about safety and to raise their concerns is through direct communication with a trusted adult. The second was that we should keep our information simple, use images, words, and remind children and young people of that information as regularly as possible. So by listening to these children and young people, what did we decide to do? Well, we co-designed the Stay Safe, Tell Someone program. And this is a really cool program that is interactive, and it's an education-based resource that empowers children, young people, and adults to tell someone if they are worried or concerned about abuse or neglect. The program is so unique that it can be delivered to 3-year-olds within our kinder programs, all the way up to 17-year-olds who take part in our camps or even on our sports fields. So it's really, really diverse and unique. It has a range of resources to support you in helping children and young people to feel and be safe. And one of those resources is a co-designed video, which we're going to show you right now.
At the Y, we believe in the power of inspired young people.
For children and young people to be inspired, they must feel safe and be safe. Everyone at the Y has the right to feel and be safe.
Therefore, if you see something, hear something, or feel something that makes you feel worried or unsafe, tell someone.
You can talk to any adult you trust at the Y.
You can write it down, send a text, call someone, or send an email.
You can also make a report on our website.
You will see a number of posters around to remind you. Our job is to keep you safe at all times.
And remember, everyone has the right to be safe and feel safe at the Y.
In their families and in their communities.
See, quite impactful, I hope you see. And This is just one of the many resources that is available as part of this really great program. And we will be implementing this program across all of our Ys to try and change the culture across this country to keep children and young people safe, which is really fascinating and exciting. And we would absolutely love for you to come and join us on this journey and be involved in one of the training sessions which we will be delivering during National Child Protection Week, that is in September. The links to these will be made available to you after this webinar and they'll be sent out. Thanks very much, and I'll now hand you over to Jack.
Perfect. Thanks, Phil. G'day everybody, my name's Jack. I'm the program coordinator down here at Camp Manyang in Mount Eliza. So this is the longest period of time we've gone without campers here since we first opened and started running camps in 1925. So we're definitely looking forward to having campers back here, immersing themselves in nature and enjoying the Camp Manyang experience. So even though my camp here, Camp Manyang, and the camps across the state have been closed due to lockdown, we've been looking at ways to bring the camping experience into people's homes. Last week, we launched the Outdoors and Environment section on Virtual Y, which features content created at our own YMCA camps that allows children to continue learning while they are stuck at home. It also includes dedicated curriculum-based resources to help teachers facilitate camping-inspired classes while remote learning is in place. And excitingly, we have now shared these resources on Virtual Y to over 900 school contacts, so that schools can begin using them with their students and keep them engaged with the outdoors and the environment from their home. These sessions range from how to pack for an outdoor adventure to virtual wildlife encounters and map drawing lessons. Our virtual camping content allows children to continue learning and growing while they are stuck at home. We've even got a number of more resources that will be posted in the upcoming fortnight, focusing on leadership skills and camp games for children to enjoy. New content is constantly being created with stage 2 filming of sessions beginning next week. We've created a short little video to show you some of the content available and where to find it on the Virtual Y. So we'll just get the video up now. So you'll find the outdoors and environmental content under the Youth Space tab in the Virtual Y. To allow teachers to use the resources in the classroom and as part of their teaching, all of the content we've created is based off the Victorian curriculum and the Y Camping's learning framework. We've travelled to a number of campsites across the state, so hopefully it'll highlight some of the coastal, bush and lake environments. It'll give you a great sense of the different locations our Y camps are located in. We've aimed to empower all people to gain the knowledge and experience to stay safe and enjoy themselves in the outdoors. You'll even be able to join me in learning how to prepare yourself for an outdoor adventure. In these sessions, we cover basic outdoor skills you will need for going on an adventure wherever you may live. We've worked extremely hard to give everybody the opportunity to experience the beauty of our campsites and bring the outdoors to your homes. So finally, I'd just like to thank Greg Mason, the Y Camping's area manager, who really spearheaded the whole project. And from all of us who worked on the project, we hope that you enjoyed what we have created. So that's it from me. Thanks very much. I'll hand it over now to Kurjan.
Thanks so much, Jack. Hi everyone, my name is Kurjan. I use he, him pronouns. I'm currently on Wurundjeri lands in Naarm or Melbourne. I'm 22 and I've been a volunteer at the Y since I was 18. I was recently appointed to be a member of the Victorian Youth Congress. And as part of a 21 strong team of young leaders across the state, we'll be working with the Department of Premier and Cabinet to guide and inform a more holistic government youth strategy. It's a direct opportunity to bring the community building spirit that is so markedly the Y into shaping public policy and improving the well-being of young people across the state. It's a really incredible opportunity to be in this position during lockdown, because what young people are telling youth peak bodies is what they're missing most is their connection to others. We know at the Y that our unequivocal strength is in building empowering spaces for young people, and providing them those spaces to connect is critically important now more than ever. But while being a part of the Victorian Youth Congress is an exciting opportunity, I'm also here to tell you another story of how the Y has adapted its platforms for advocacy for young people during lockdown. I lead a team of 15 young people who have worked tirelessly to run the YMCA Victoria Youth Parliament and YMCA Youth Press Gallery program remotely. This is no small feat. Having only ever run residentially for its 34-year history, these volunteers innovated and adapted what would normally be a 9-day residential program, including days of debate at the Parliament House of Victoria, into a suite of online training delivery across 5 weeks and months of continued engagement. The stats say that we engage consistently with over 100 young people across the state throughout this period. We've connected with over 10 MPs, trying to bring them into the same room as our young people to listen to what they have to say. We're in the final stages of finessing 19 documents of direct advocacy to be handed to the Cabinet in early September. We maintained and built relationships with the Department of Premier and Cabinet, Parliament House and the Victorian Electoral Commission to ensure all young people in the state are given the opportunity to engage in our programs, now and into the future. I'm also really pleased to let you know that the vast majority of media has been created by young people through our Youth Press Gallery program. This directly provides young people the opportunity for portfolio and skill building and ensures young people are being reported on by young people. This is a true testament to our belief statement. These volunteers navigated absolute upheaval in their own lives to still build better standards for civic education for young people. These challenges included job loss, disconnection, remote study, or lack of ensured financial stability without something like JobKeeper. Their normal term would end at the start of August, yet they have stayed the course through to mid-October to adapt to these changes. Collectively, they volunteered 3,247 hours, or 135 days, averaging to 9 full 24-hour days per person. Their commitment to building stronger, more connected communities through active citizenship is a testament to what the Y truly stands for. Young people will not go unheard with these volunteers at the forefront of our belief in inspired young people and our purpose to improve the mind, body, and spirit of all communities. But before I wrap up, I wear another hat at the Y, working in youth services on the Virtual Y project. We're excited to launch our Youth Voice platform in the coming month, weaving the momentum of advocacy our Youth Parliament and Youth Press Gallery volunteers have mustered into the fabric of this really exciting project. My Y leads the global charge, giving young people the skills and knowledge they need to make change. We provide a platform for them to achieve this too, no matter the situation or the circumstance. Thanks so much, and I'm now going to hand over to Min.
Thanks, Kurjan. I think the Y brim hat definitely suits your head shape, so I'd go with that one. Hi everyone, my name's Min. I work as a HR business partner in the People and Culture team. The message I'd like to share today is for those of you who are working from home with children in your care, particularly those of you who are required to homeschool. Homeschooling while working from home is not easy, and it's become harder for many Victorian households who are entering their 5th month of isolation and their 2nd term of homeschooling. We acknowledge that every working parent and carer has different challenges, but please know the YMCA and your leadership team are here to support you the best we can. The P&C team have developed the remote schooling guidelines for working parents and carers. These guidelines offer practical tips for staff and managers on how to implement an effective plan while working and homeschooling. They also offer examples of options available to parents and carers. Some options and examples available to you are flexible work arrangements, such as varying your hours of work to fit your family's schedule, changing your days of work, setting hours of availability to make it easier for you to attend meetings or meet deadlines, accessing your leave entitlements, or a temporary reduction of your work hours. Your managers and the P&C team are here to support you and can talk you through some working options that suit your individual circumstance. We know that every family is doing it tough. I personally feel that this stage of lockdown has proven the most difficult for my family. So we urge you to seek help if you need it. If you're struggling to balance the commitments of work and family, please speak up and be honest with those around you. Reach out to your manager to get support or speak to the P&C team about options available to working parents and carers. For further assistance, please contact your manager, your HR business partner, or email the P&C team at humanresources.vic@ymca.org.au. The guidelines will be included in Carolyn's follow-up email after this webinar for those of you who'd like to read it through. If you have any questions about your specific circumstances as a working parent or carer, you're welcome to ask them using the Q&A function, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. I'll now hand over back to Carolyn.
Thanks so much, Min. Min's done an incredible amount of work on that, that policy, and it's really incredibly thoughtful. So well done, Min. Before we move into Q&A, I'm going to announce the winners of the YMCA Rebuild competition for staff and volunteers. As you know, YMCA Rebuild have launched their online store selling handmade desks, chopping boards, wooden toys, and many more things that the young people at Ravenhall Juvenile Detention Centre make for us. The proceeds from the store go back to that program. It supports young people who are at risk of becoming stuck in a cycle of crime and imprisonment. So firstly, thank you to all staff and volunteers who entered the competition. We had 117 entries in the last week, which has been fantastic. So without further ado, the winners are Robin Fowler from Dandenong Oasis, who won a small planter box. Louise Skibbers from Ashburton Pool and Recreation Centre, who won a chopping board. Joseph Floor from Kingswim has won a small desk. And Robert De Paola has won a large desk. So well done and congratulations to our winners. The team will be in touch to make sure that we get the delivery to your homes. You might have also noticed on this webinar today that we have not covered JobKeeper. That's because we are going to have a special dedicated JobKeeper webinar tomorrow. We're in the process of doing the next steps of JobKeeper, which is going to be in 2 phases. Tomorrow we're going to cover the phase which is what we've called JobKeeper 1.5, which allows many people who are not eligible in JobKeeper 1 to become eligible. And that's if they are clocked over 12 months between of casual systematic work between the 1st of March to the 1st of July, or they might have turned 18. So there's a number of reasons, and I'll cover them all tomorrow. It is going to be very time sensitive. We are going to write to the people who have become eligible over the next couple of days. They're going to need to act very quickly because we only have 1 week to get this done and get this paid. So it may impact up to 1,000 of our staff. So if you can, please encourage as many people as possible to attend tomorrow so they can understand what they need to do and what the rules are of this JobKeeper 1.0. So look, I thank you all for your patience as we work through these new rules and regulations. As I keep on saying, we're finding out these things at the same time that you do. But a link for tomorrow's JobKeeper webinar will be sent via an SMS tomorrow and will be recorded, obviously, if you can't make it. So I'm just going to move into some Q&A, and I can see I've got 6 questions. One is, hi everybody, that's not hi. The next one is, will the mobile shortcut be available to Kingswim casual employees as they currently do not have access to YNET? Yes, good, we have thought about that. And I will ask Min, she might know the answer to this, but I believe that you have to go off mute, Min. Do you know the answer, or you just like smile?
I don't really know the answer, to be
honest. You don't know the answer. I do know the answer, that's okay. Yes, we have thought about Kingswim. Kingswim may be forgotten in the past, but hopefully never again. And yes, we will make sure that you get the right access to do that. Was that a professional voiceover artist who did the RiTEQ video? Is that Josh saying that? It was Josh, right? No, I think so. He did a fantastic job. So well done. That's nice. I'm working remotely and my manager has not passed on the information about RiTEQ clocking, the need to, or how to do so. Okay, well, fantastic. We obviously gave you some information right now. If you can, even if you go back and have a look at this video and figure out how to get that onto your system, and we will be providing the right training as we move forward. So there will be further training on it. Okay, Carolyn, any update regarding support package for sport and recreation industry? Michael, I wish there was some more. I know that just about an hour ago, Amanda was on a sport and recreation industry update with regard to this, where they were talking about another package. We think that there will be a package, but we aren't holding up a huge amount of hope for it to be particularly significant, to be honest. Unfortunately, every package that has come out, aside JobKeeper and the early learning packages, we have not been able to access them, although we look at every single one of them. But, you know, let's put our fingers crossed, maybe we will get one into the future. This is a question for Kurjan. What do you think young people need the most from the Y in a post-COVID world? Off mute.
I'm so excited to answer this question. So thank you to whoever asked that one. Young people need, in any moment of their life, the opportunity to feel connected and to feel heard. At the moment, in a COVID world, young people do not feel connected and they do not feel heard whatsoever. And this is a battle that I think the Y has really been championing, from Youth Parliament to any of our other programs, to build communities where young people can be a part of the everyday fabric of what goes on. Whether it's our camping, like what Jack Dunstan does at Manyang, and we build communities there only for a week or even a weekend or a day. We give young people that really empowering experience to be the independent leader in their own lives. But yeah, young people haven't had that in a COVID world. And in a post-COVID world, what the Y will need to play a big part in is our strength in community building. We need to use that strength. And I think that is something that I haven't found anywhere else that I have worked or volunteered. Our ability to bring people together and connect in a very short amount of time and in a very strong way too. I think we need to leverage that, whether it's our rec centres or our camping or our programs, and let young people know that we're here for them and we're going to help them connect to the rest of the world, and hopefully catch up on the year that they've missed. And I think that's what the Y can play on. I don't know what that looks like, but I think together we can build that. And I'm really hopeful for that. So yeah, I'm sticking around for that. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for that.
Nice one, Kurj. And Ian Borman said, big shout out to you, Kurj, and the whole youth program team of volunteers for such an amazing effort during these challenging times. And whilst I'm on, Kurj, there's another one for you, but I can't find it. Yes, here we go. How can we find out more about Parliament bills and press gallery articles that the young people have created this year?
Really cool question again. So you can watch Youth Press Gallery Bill articles come out on the YMCA Youth Press Gallery Facebook page. I think they'll also be tweeted as well, and you can just find them at YP Gallery from memory. But I don't have it on here, so don't take that as a fact. Youth Parliament bills, we're still finishing them up, but we're really hoping that we get to share them in the next month or so. In the meantime, you can follow our Facebook, YMCA Victoria Youth Parliament, and we'll upload links there. And otherwise, just reach out to us. We'll be at Facebook and we're pretty active on the socials.
Fantastic, Kurj, and well done. We've got a participant here saying, well done to all our webinar newbies. Crack a job. You have done a fantastic job. I couldn't get the smile off my face listening to you all. Anyway, just a couple of JobKeeper questions before we sign off. Shane Riddle said the answer is yes. I think what you're saying there is that Kingswim will have available to them the RiTEQ app. And yeah, I think that's what that one is, Shane. Thank you. And JobKeeper, is JobKeeper for children's services? No, unfortunately, JobKeeper is not for children's services. As you know, how bitterly disappointed we are that the government have not included JobKeeper for children's services. However, what we have done with regard to at least our permanent staff in children's services, we are paying for all contracted hours at the moment, and we are still looking and hoping and praying that we will get enough money in the ECEC transition payment to ensure that we can continue to make those payments. Okay, so a couple for children's services. Hi, Carolyn, I might have missed it, but what time's the webinar tomorrow? I don't know. Watch this space, probably around about this time tomorrow. The other morning while trying to log in. So there's a few questions here about people trying to get in and ensuring that their payment is made, and they might not have been able to log in and log out of RiTEQ. We will still have some manual workarounds that we have to do, but what we're trying to do is we can get people to use RiTEQ and be really disciplined, and we can get you logged in. That means that you can log in and log out and there's no manual workarounds. But to the extent that you don't, we will pay you correctly. And there is another process that you can go through. So it might be that you have to do some manual workarounds there. So how dire is the WISE financial situation? Look, at the moment, we have been very lucky in that JobKeeper has been something that has sustained us. And as I've talked about, the ECEC transitional payments have sustained us. We are in a worse financial situation, obviously, as a result of the prolonged time frame that we have not been able to reopen. But we are, and Peter Cargan would say we are in probably a surprisingly good financial situation given all of that. But don't be surprised, next year it will look like we make quite a large loss, but we still have cash in the bank to pay everybody at this stage. So that's where we're at. It's not great, but it's not dire. So I will probably have to, sorry, Jack, I'll just give you one question. What's it like to live at Camp Manyang?
Yeah, it's pretty good, as everyone can imagine. I got plenty of space to roam, and yeah, a lot of upkeep of the grounds and site maintenance and things, which is nice, keeps me busy. But also, yeah, I don't take it for granted. I think I'm very fortunate to be here. So wake up every day, enjoy the view, and yeah, never take a second for granted.
Oh, that's fantastic, Jack. I think we can see it. Like, you just, when you came on and you started smiling and talking about what you do every day, it just absolutely shone through. So I have got an answer here. Webinar is at 3:30 tomorrow with regard to JobKeeper. So fantastic. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Great job with the Skip initiative, Phil. Well done. Love the approach. Why are promoting and that we have adults that are available to talk and keep young people safe if they need someone. We're here, super proud. So well done, Phil. Look, it's a fantastic piece of work. So thank you all for joining today. Thank you to our speakers. Phil, you did a terrific job. Jack, you showed your passion. Kurjan, well, what can I say? You're just a superstar. And Min, I really thank you for such a wonderful, thought-provoking piece of information around how we can all work when we're working at home and we've got children around. So thank you so much for that. So I'll see you tomorrow for the JobKeeper update, and take care. Bye for now. Bye, everybody.